Good evening. We are in cattle and crops again, and we're harvesting this field, or trying to. I kind of left it where the stream ended last time, so yeah, we're pretty much just gonna finish off harvesting this field, then we'll go over there and do that one too. We're gonna do an hour of this stream here on Twitch, and eventually up on YouTube. As some people know already, I'm not going to be streaming for a week or so. Once today is up, which is the 30th of September, I will be off video for a week while I move house. Which actually kind of is not a bad thing, coming from a perspective of not having to do a week of cattle and crops. As this series is actually winding down over the next month, especially once we get into October, will only be. Once we get to the 23rd of October, we'll only be a month away from launch of FS22, and like I say, at that point of FS22 coming out, we will no longer be doing this as a channel mainstream farming simulator. It will switch to that FS22, and we will basically start from scratch in that, and we'll go through it, and we'll see how it plays out. Like I said, that is something I'm looking forward to doing, and I am going to be booking like 5 days off. Well, 2 days off, but it will be 5 days long because I get 3 days off. So yeah. I'm not actually hoping Dad shows up. I want to ask him a question. I should have asked him when I was playing Medieval, but it's only I've just only just remembered. Oh, I forgot. This is the field that had the wheat in it. Yeah, we've got the wheat in this one. I was like, wondering why I was almost done with this field, but yeah, the wheat hasn't ripened yet. Actually, I'm hoping it. Oh, it's not gonna. Haha, that's a mistake. I hired this vehicle and didn't take into account that I could need it longer. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna keep it longer than what I need it for, so I'll let it go, and then I'll have to I'll have to bring it back. Once that crop's ripened, I'll have to hire it again. But I definitely won't be hiring the freaking baler until we've got that wheat done, so I'm not making the same mistake twice. We should be able to make a bit of money off the actual grain off 2 fields to take into account that we're going to need to hire this again. Hey, thank you. Ah. Okay. Alright, so combine hours is full. Let's drive over there and empty it. I'm gonna need to put some fuel in it, I think. Ooh, that was a bit sharp. Almost lost my trailer then. Alright, so filled up that trailer. I know I could have got my employee to help me out here and let me do one job while they do the other job, but employee sometimes can take forever to get to the side of the freaking combine, and I don't have time for that. So I'll take this over, empty it, leave it in the barn, switch back to combine, finish that field, because we should be able to get that field. Wow, this is struggling. It really is struggling. I know we've got weight in that trailer, but come on. I've seen tractors as big as this on our roads pulling trailers this big without any issues. Bit of a pain. Anyway, let's empty this out. I'm gonna have to sit inside it though, because it won't empty without me being with it. So I guess I'm gonna have to sit there and empty it. Storage, empty, unload, start. Wow, that emptied faster than I thought it were going to do. Alright, we'll just draw it out, park it here, jump inside, switch engine off. Alright, let's finish this field off, I think. Hopefully we'll finish this field off. And this combine's going to need some fuel. That's the down thing about this game. It doesn't give it when you rent this freaking thing. It don't give you enough fuel in the vehicle to do anything really with. In my opinion, right? I know they were supposed to be making this a realistic game, but if in most places, if you rent a vehicle, it comes full, right? So I know the game doesn't want to give you nothing for free, right? Now I can understand that. So it should have given you, or when you rent a vehicle in a game, it should give you it full. And when you take it back, if you don't take it back full, it should charge you. It should charge you for whatever fuel you've used, like a normal rental would. And the people who actually, the devs that made this game, pride themselves on making a realistic game, when really they haven't. Because if you make a realistic game, then you know that when you rent something, especially a vehicle, it comes full, regardless of what vehicle it is. I've rented a 7.5 ton truck, and they come full, and they turn around to you when you rent it. They say you will be charged for any fuel that they have to put in. So yeah, not quite realistic. It would also help with the fact that I can't really afford to overfill vehicles that I rent. So if it came full, I would be able to use the amount of fuel that I actually need and then fill it back up to the amount of fuel that I actually used, rather than having to guess how much fuel I'm going to use. If you make a realistic game where everything costs so much, and most farms run on on a shoelace as it is, and playing it in a realistic kind of way, they haven't really helped you there, because like to fuel up this combine, you're gonna be looking at what, about $2,000, close to, and on a normal, like right now, I can't fill this thing up anyway because I don't have the money. Right. As much as I'm wanting to do a full hour, this probably won't be a full hour because somebody gave me dinner. Yes, but Mike's switched on and I can't eat while I'm talking. And I want to talk to Daz, but he ain't showed back up. I want to ask him about his horse. Well, did his wife get a new one? That's the question. And if so, is it a good one? Hopefully it didn't. Hopefully it didn't attack his wife when she went to buy it. Alright, so I'm going to drop. I'm going to drop the cutter blade right here. I'm going to take a trip back to the farm. I'm going to fill up with as much money, as much fuel as I can put in with this money that I've got. And then I'm going to drop the seed that's in this into that trailer while it's parked there. See, there's a method to my madness here. Why aren't you close enough to... there we go. Right, fill up as much as you'll fill up with. Okay. Well, I think that will be enough fuel, hopefully. And that's too close. Okay. This way, I don't have to move that tractor when I go over. I'm going to go over, grab the rest of the blade. I'm going to get the blade, go to the next field, and start ploughing, cropping the other field. Whereas we can actually empty this trailer, right here now, and well, not now, but before we fetch it over to the other field to empty this trailer, this machine's stuff. Let's bring that back in. Okay, so we finished this one. Next episode will be most likely us. I'm going to drive over there. That'll probably take 5 minutes. With this vehicle, it freaking will. Going up the hills and things, trying to dodge the trees with this blade. Okay. Switch that off. Why am I having difficulty driving? Come on, speed up. There we go. Yep. Four-wheel drive, torque on, let's go. Oh, come on, this is nuts. Alright, let's run down the edge of the field and hopefully we'll come out at the top. Okay, we are going to call it a day. I know it's a short video, it's only 30 minutes long, roughly. Next video will be us doing this field, and that will be in a week's time. Until then, you all have a wonderful up and coming weekend.